talk, shop, pop, movies.
Ahoy there, this is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile, and if you're a convicted cinephile yourself, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. On my channel, I like to talk, shop, and pop open, that is, movies and physical media. And today, I am going to be talking about this week's release of a cult classic that I grew up on, VESTRON Video's Earth Girls Are Easy. For anyone out there who does not know, Earth Girls Are Easy was co-written and starred the woman of the moment in 1988, Mrs. Julie Brown, who I always loved as a kid, and was directed by Mr. Julian Temple. The film's leads were the Hollywood couple of the moment back in 1988, Gina Davis and Jeff Goldblum, and its co-stars were Michael McKean, Charles Rocket, Damon Wayans, and Jim Carrey. I was obsessed with Jim Carrey as a kid, which is the whole reason I watched this movie in the first place for the first time. Watched it all the time, taped off cable as a kid. I had the Blu-ray, had the DVD, which was a pretty good DVD at the time. But then it finally, as of November 8th, came out officially on Blu-ray, thanks to VESTRON Video's VESTRON Video Collector Series line, number 27. I don't know why it took so long. This is an actual VESTRON movie, but they definitely released this film on video back in the day. There are special features on this that were produced by them back when the movie was released. But the quick synopsis of this movie is Gina Davis is engaged to Charles Rocket's character, who is a man whore of, some sort. She's not happy, let's put it that way. And then, of course, as always happens in the valley, aliens crash land in your swimming pool. And these are fuzzy, hairy aliens, red, blue, and yellow aliens. Let me see if I can remember the names. Whiplock, Zebo, and Mac. Whiplock is played by Jim Carrey. Zebo is Damon Wayans, and Mac is Jeff Goldblum himself. So she becomes friends with these aliens and, introduces them to the world. She goes to her hairdresser friend, played by Julie Brown, who shaves them of all of their colorful hair and turns them into, hip guys, hip good-looking cats around the neighborhood. And, they have a gay old time. Let's just put it that way. Madness ensues. It's a fun movie. I don't want to say, every single little thing that happens in it, but I've always enjoyed it. Like I said, I was obsessed with Jim Carrey at the time. Massive In Living Color fan. Constantly watched reruns of SNL, so Charles Rocket and Michael McKean, having been on that show, also being in this movie, were awesome to me as well. It's a fun time. And it's nice having it in its actual aspect ratio for the first time ever. Even the DVD was full screen, which when you're a kid, you don't really notice or care. So it just looked like how I always thought it looked. This movie's shot on scope, so it's 2:35:1 aspect ratio. So you're missing damn near 2/3 of the film when you're watching it on full screen. So it was awesome seeing it in its entirety for the first time ever. And it's a good looking movie. It's very colorful. The production design is a blast just to even look at. The songs are fantastic. This was like a quasi-musical because Julie Brown really wanted to bring back musicals. So some of the songs that were made for the film were cut and just used on the soundtrack. Some songs were made after the fact because they thought Julie Brown needed to be in the film longer. So the I'm a Blonde sequence towards the middle of the film was actually shot like 6 months after principal photography was done. It's good. It's a fun time. Gets stuck in your head. Full of earworms. That's all I'll say. I only have, a decent stereo setup. I don't have like an amazing surround sound Dolby Atmos situation in my house. But, on my very basic 4K TV with my 1900 watt stereo subwoofer sound setup, it looked and sounded great. That's all I'll say. Can't say anything beyond that because it doesn't apply to every single person who watches the movie. But the main reason, besides the fact that this thing only cost $12.99, even cheaper on Amazon, I think it was like $10.79 last time I checked, is the special features. Holy buckets. The special features on this Blu-ray are worth the price alone. And then you get a whole movie on top of it. Let's just put it that way. If they would have ported over just the DVD special features, it still would have been worth buying because you have the theatrical trailers, the TV spots, the radio spots, the premiere footage that was produced by VESTRON back in the day, vintage interview with Charles Rocket, who sadly passed away back in, I want to say 2005, is what it said. It has some good behind the scenes footage that's fun, deleted and extended scenes and outtakes. And that's just from the DVD. And then you get a very, very solid amount of new special features. There is an audio commentary from Julie Brown. I have not watched that yet. I just watched the film once. But I did watch everything else. There is an interview with the director. That's about a 20-minute long interview. There is an interview with Julie Brown that is new. That's around 20 minutes as well. There's an interview with the DP of the film. All these are around 15 to 20 minutes long. Production designer as well. There's an interview from the makeup artist as well. There's a featurette for the karaoke songs as well. I think that was also ported over from the DVD. But you get how many? 5 or so new interviews from this film that add up to an hour or more of brand new special features. And it's just nice to see that they put the effort into these $12.99 Blu-ray releases for movies that essentially no one gave a shit about at the time when they came out. This movie did not do well, and it only got a following thanks to cable reruns, essentially. Yeah, that, like I said, the price alone is worth paying for these special features. Plus you get the digital copy, so hoorah for that. How this movie's rated PG is beyond me. I mean, I know it was the 80s, but I'm pretty sure PG-13 existed when this came out, so this definitely should have been a PG-13 movie. There's alien sex things and lots of sex jokes in it. Like this and Beetlejuice both came out in 1988 and both have Gina Davis coincidentally. Yeah, and they both probably should have been PG-13 at the time, but what am I? I don't care. It's just funny. But I don't want to ramble on too much. All I needed to do was say, this thing is worth buying as soon as you can get it. Try to make sure you get the matching slipcover for the Vestron series. I'm still trying to catch up and get the rest of them. This, out of all the ones I've watched so far, which sadly isn't a lot of them, is easily my favorite movie they've released so far. How it took, like I said, 27 releases to get to this movie is beyond me. This should have been like one of the first couple they did. It's an actual Vestron video release. How did it take this long? I don't get it. Rights issues, I guess. I don't know. But Lionsgate, please keep doing these things. Everyone loves the Vestron video budget boutique line, as we call it, in the business of blue tubing. Hopefully I'll do more of these. I don't do a lot of actual, I don't have a chance to watch things right when I get them, so by the time I get around to it, me talking about the release is very, very useless, because 800 people have already done it. So I knew I was going to watch this the day it came out, and I did, so I figured, what the hell, I'll talk about it a little bit, just in case you're on the fence about buying it. Even if you hate the movie, it's worth it for the special features. That's all I'm saying. Once again, my name is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile. Please like, share, and subscribe. Did you pick up Earth Girls Are Easy? Do you plan to? Have I swayed your opinion on the film, on whether or not you are buying it? I know a lot of people are excited for this who have gotten it already. I'm going to be buying a copy of it for my sister for Christmas, and she will poop her pants when she opens that, I'm sure. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Talk, shop, pop, movies.